Good morning, student. From today, I am going to teach you and continue your electrical machine 1 subject. So today's topic is the armature reaction in DC generator. You have studied the DC generator. What is that? The machine which converts the mechanical energy into the DC electrical energy called as DC generator. In this DC generator, we have to study the armature reaction. So what is the armature reaction? The effect of magnetic field set up by the armature current. So what is the armature? Armature is the rotating part of the DC generator. And what is the stator or the stationary part? Stationary part is nothing but the field band. So what is the armature reaction? The effect of magnetic field set up by the armature current. So whenever the armature current carries current, it set up the magnetic field. So effect of magnetic field set up by the armature current on the distribution of flux under the main poles. So what are the main poles? The main poles produces the magnetic field. So normal magnetic field from N to S. So field winding is nothing but the rotating stationary part, and armature is nothing but the rotating part. So complete definition of the armature reaction is that the effect of magnetic field produced by the or set up by the armature current on the distribution of flux under the main poles. So what are the effects of the armature reaction? So it demagnetizes or weakens the main flux. It demagnetizes or weakens the main flux. So what does it mean? Due to what is the effect of whenever the main flux are weakens, it reduces the EMF induced in the generator. If the EMF induced in the generator reduces, means what? The performance of the generator decreases. So what is the second effect of the armature reaction? It cross magnetizes or it distorts the main flux. Some distortions in the main flux. Due to that distortion, what happens? The sparking will be occurs in the generator. So consider the two-pole generator. Consider the two-pole generator. So generator having the armature, that is the rotating part, and the N and S produces the field band. So these are the two brushes to collect the current from the commutator. So what is the normal magnetic field? The normal magnetic field from N to S. Normal magnetic field from N to S. So this is the direction of magnetic field. Then we are assuming that the generator is not carrying any current, means generator is at no load condition. So consider these are the armature conductors, and armature conductors does not carry any current. So that's why we are not keeping dot or cross or the direction of the current in the figure. Then we are having the polar axis. So what is the polar axis? The line joining the center of the N and S pole is called as polar axis. The line joining the center of the N and S pole is called as polar axis. On this polar axis, total magnetic flux due to the strong magnets N and S flows from N to S. Then we are having the next axis, that is the MNA axis. What is MNA? That is the magnetic neutral axis. So what is the magnetic neutral axis? The axis on which the armature conductor does not cut the magnetic flux and there is no EMF in the generator. So what is the magnetic neutral axis? The axis where the armature conductors are parallel to the magnetic flux and does not cut the magnetic flux. Due to that, no EMF in the generator. That axis is called as a magnetic neutral axis. Then next axis, that is the GNA axis. GNA means geometrical neutral axis. So geometrical neutral axis geometrically divide the complete N and S into the two parts. Then we have the 4-pole tip. This one is the first, second, third and fourth. How many pole tips are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So out of that, 2 are the trailing pole tip. 2 are the trailing pole tip and 2 are the leading pole tip. So what is leading pole tip? There are 2 leading pole tip and 2 trailing pole tip. Assume that the direction of rotation of the DC generator is in the clockwise direction. So how do you define the leading pole tip? The pole tip to which the armature meets first in the direction of rotation, that is called as a leading pole tip. Again I am repeating, what is the leading pole tip? The pole tip to which the armature meet first in the direction of rotation. So here the direction of rotation is clockwise. That's why whenever the armature starts rotating, it meet first to the first pole tip and similarly to the second pole tip. That's why these two are the leading pole tip. Then next one is the trailing pole tip. The pole tip from which the armature leaves first in the direction of rotation. So direction of the rotation is clockwise. So from this pole tip, if the armature starts rotating, what happens? It leaves the pole. That's why it leaves the pole tip. That's why these two are the trailing pole tip. Then, so this is the figure which consisting of polar axis, MNA axis, GNA axis, 2 trailing pole tip and 2 leading pole tip. So this figure shows that only there is a magnetic field and armature conductors does not carry any current. So what is the resultant flux? The resultant flux from left to right. So I am assuming that this resultant flux is OFM. So what is the OFM? OFM is nothing but the resultant magnetic flux from left to right, that is from N to S and denoted by OFM. Now we are assuming that, so figure A shows that there is a only magnetic field and armature conductors does not carry any current. Now again I am drawing the same bipolar method, bipolar diagram, which consisting of 2 poles and this one is the armature. Now assuming that the armature conductors carry only current. Armature conductors carry only current and there is no magnetic field. So these are the armature conductors. Some armature conductors which are under the influence of N pole and some armature conductors which are under the influence of S pole. So those conductors which are under the influence of N pole, assume that they carries the current, that is cross. Cross means the direction of the current is away from us, or the direction of the current is away from the observer. And those conductors which are under the influence of S pole, assume that they are carrying the current dot. Then calculate the direction of magnetic field. Thumb shows the direction of the current. So direction of the current is away from S, and remaining finger shows the direction of magnetic field. So where is the magnetic field? Whenever only the armature conductor carries current and there is no magnetic flux, that is the downward direction. So direction of the magnetic field is in the downward direction. Those conductors which are carrying the current under the influence of N pole, and the direction of the current is away from S, they are having the direction of the magnetic flux in the downward direction. How will you calculate? Thumb shows the direction of current and remaining finger shows the direction of magnetic field. So direction of magnetic field is in the downward direction. By using the same principle, used to calculate the direction of magnetic field of those conductors which are under the influence of S pole. Now, what is the meaning of dot? Dot means direction of the current is towards us. So thumb shows the direction of current. So thumb shows the direction of the current. So direction of the thumb is towards us, and remaining finger shows the direction of magnetic field. Again, so those conductors which are carrying the current under the influence of S pole towards us, they are carrying the magnetic flux, and its direction is also in the downward direction. So what does it mean? Both the conductors which are under the influence of N pole and S pole carrying the magnetic field, and both having the direction in the downward direction. So what does it mean? What is the resultant flux? Due to the armature reaction, due to the armature conductors which carry only current and no magnetic field, that is OFA. So what is OFA? OFA is nothing but the armature flux, armature conductor flux, both under the influence of N pole as well as under the influence of S pole. So try to draw this diagram. So figure A shows only the magnetic field, there is no armature current, and figure B shows only the armature current and there is no magnetic flux. But in the DC generator, armature conductor separately never carries the current, and there may not be or never be the magnetic flux only in the generator. So what does it mean? Main magnetic field and armature current both are in the DC generator. So what does it mean? Figure A shows the direction of only the magnetic field and figure B shows the direction of only the armature current. So both, if acted at a time, what should be the diagram? So this is the N and S pole. This one is the armature. These are the two brushes. Brushes are always on the MNA axis. It is also the GNA axis. Then these are the armature conductors. Then normal direction of magnetic field from N to S. Then direction of the magnetic field due to this conductor in the downward direction. So if it acted separately, but whenever the normal magnetic field as well as the armature conductor carries current and the direction of rotation is clockwise, what happens? The direction of the current flowing to the conductor which produces magnetic field, and the magnetic field due to the N and S both are acting at a time. So these are the two trailing pole tip and these are the two leading pole tip. So whenever the armature starts rotating, what happens? The direction of the magnetic field will be like this. The direction of the magnetic field will be like this. That is N to S. But what happens? Due to the rotation of the armature, the direction of the magnetic field is crowded at trailing pole tip to trailing pole tip and weakens at two leading pole tip. So this is the direction of the magnetic field. Then we have to show the direction of the magnetic field produced by the armature current also. So cross again in the downward direction. So here the direction of the magnetic field produced by the armature conductor and the direction of the magnetic field due to the N and S pole are in same direction. So here also the direction of the magnetic field from left to right and the direction of the magnetic field produced by the armature current are in the same direction. So that's why the magnetic field is crowded at two trailing pole tip and the magnetic field is weakens at two leading pole tip. So leading pole tip having the weak magnetic field and trailing pole tip having the crowded magnetic field, that is the strong magnetic field. Strong magnetic field at this trailing pole tip and weak magnetic field at two leading pole tip. So due to that, what happens? Whenever the trailing pole tip magnetic field crowded and leading pole tip weakens, due to that what happens? The MNE axis shifted in the direction of the rotation by angle theta. So draw this diagram.